Pilots. Everyone talks to us about wanting to shoot a pilot. Unfortunately, a lot of times when we talk about shooting pilots, before they've done really anything that they really need to do, you don't want to shoot anything before you have gone over and over and really refined your treatment. Why? Because your treatment forces you to really think through all the different aspects of the show. You've got to go through development. Otherwise, what the hell are you going to be shooting? If you're writing a script, great, do your treatment, really do full development, then write the script, then go back, revise your treatment, and then go back and revise your script. And then don't shoot your script. If it's a scripted show, great script is all they're going to want to see. If it's an animation or reality show, well, you can do a sizzle, but you don't want to do a pilot. We talked about sizzle reels and demo reels in another video, so let's just talk about pilots and a few reasons why you don't want to do them. One, they cost a tremendous amount of money to do right. And that's really important to understand to do it right, because you can't upsell quality. When I first got started, I ran into that problem. I tried to upsell quality of saying, well, it's going to look better than this. No, it will never be better than what you're showing. It doesn't matter if you think you can be. I'm telling you, the executives, all they know is what they see, and what they see is what they're expecting. The worst thing you show them is the best they're expecting, because they know if you're willing to show it, you think it's good enough. Now, a lot of people don't realize how expensive shows can be. Now, a standard low-budget show is going to be minimum $500,000 an episode. If it's a reality show on a cable network, it can range anywhere from $185,000 to $200,000 up to $1.5 million. But that's per episode. You can amortize a lot of your costs over multiple episodes for a series. And amortize means take all of your costs, which means all of the prep and development and getting everything ready to start shooting and all the final editing and all the final post. Well, a lot of those things can be spread over multiple episodes. So I might be able to do a show for $450,000 an episode over a whole series, but a pilot is going to be 2 to 3 times that much. Why? Because I'm only doing one project and I don't have an overlap of many, many, many other episodes. Okay? So, understand that most pilots are over $1 million. And unless you want to spend $1 million for something that's never going to be seen, don't do it, because it'll never air. The reason it'll never air is shows always go through other revisions. Whatever you're pitching probably doesn't have the actors the network is going to want, so why would you put yourself in that position? You know, network shows, especially scripted shows are incredibly expensive. There's a reason. They're $5 to $10 million an episode, $2 million for a sitcom. So don't try to compete with those numbers. Work on the script for a scripted show. For anything else, do a sizzle. 2 to 3 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes maximum. Spend your time and money perfecting those. I talked about in the sizzle reel video that for animation, we do black and white animatics. Because a black and white animatic is faster, cheaper, and it's not completely finished. So if there's something they don't like, it's easy enough to change and they know it, so they don't necessarily say no right away. Okay? So there's really no benefits. In fact, I was in a meeting and one of our clients at a conference with an executive, and one of our clients said, well, what if I did this sci-fi show of mine and I put it on the web and try to get a lot of people there and then sell that? Well, the problem is you're not going to be able to afford a show, especially a sci-fi show, that competes with the networks. Anything you put up there is going to look cheap in comparison to what they're seeing on TV. So it's not necessarily or almost ever a good idea. Now, you can always find an example of someone who had a full studio, was able to do something for the web, and there's always an exception to a rule, but an exception is a terrible business plan. A good business plan is what works and what's standard. See, if you go to a conference, no one is ever going to watch a full pilot. They don't have time. You've only got a couple minutes to get their attention. They only have a few minutes before they go on to the next meeting. So don't waste your time and effort on something no one's ever going to watch and would never see the air. So keep it short. I can't tell you how many times I've worked with someone who said, oh, I just spent $150,000 on a pilot. And Jeannie and I will look at it and say, well, you wasted $150,000. You weren't ready. This isn't right. It's not very good. You would have gotten a lot more done spending a fraction of that amount of money on a sizzle reel and all the right materials and more development. Don't make those kind of mistakes. Make sure what you're doing and every cent you put into it and every minute you put into it is making your pitch better and making it taking you closer to the reality of selling your show. That means keep it short, keep it great, and only do things that you absolutely need to. Discover how to pitch a TV show as easy as 1, 2, 3. Your DIY TV pitch kit breaks down the barriers and reveals industry secrets on how to pitch, what you need for a pitch, landing more pitch meetings, and it features sample pitch materials and fill-in-the-blank templates. It's our best-selling product. Buy it now at tvpitchkit.com.